Hey, Tony Gadsden here. I want to talk to you about something. One of the things you got to realize is it's something that the Lord kind of showed me over time. Now being considered like a content creator online, you get to see a whole different type of life. Like, I get to see so many personality types, so many different types of people that message me on social media or leave comments. And so you literally, and these are human beings. And so you literally see some people who are like they've lost their mind. And I don't know if it's from like a mental health issue, or if it's like from loneliness, or if it's, some of it could be cultural difference or language barrier, but some people have lost their mind. Then you get to see the people who are, overly righteous, holier than thou. Then you get to see the people who are always negative, constantly negative. Then you get to see the people who are overly positive. Then you see, the person who's just kind of, they probably feel and see everything, but they just don't address everything. And they just choose to be positive, even when they disagree or even when they are feeling negative. They don't let you see them sweat. So you get to see all these different type of people, but the thing about it is you don't know anybody personally. You don't know anybody personally. And so imagine when you're dealing with your family and you got this aunt or this uncle and they're alcoholic, or you got this other family member that's a drug addict, and you got this one family member that just goes off on anybody, and you kind of scared because you're walking on eggshells, because if you look at her wrong, she's gonna curse you out, and you literally just was looking her way to speak, but you get cursed out because she like, what the such and such you looking at? You think you better than me? And you like, whoa, auntie, I just was finna say hey, and you just kind of caught off guard. And so imagine like how hard it is to deal with your family, with all their personalities, even your mother, your father, like just how hard it is to deal with that. And so now imagine, man, it's rocks flying. I think it's this cement builder. It got rocks flying, and I just heard something hit the car so hard. And so now imagine dealing with the same stuff, but with complete strangers. So with complete strangers, you ready to snap. Like your family, you could deal with it, but complete strangers, you ready to go off. And then you deal with the people who say, do you deal with the people who don't have an audience, who don't have a YouTube channel, who don't have a following, and they say ignore the haters, don't address the haters, but they've never been in your position to see actually what it would feel like or what they would do. And so what God has shown me over time is that with every level, your viewpoint changes. Your vantage point, it changes. With every level that you climb in life, your outlook on life changes because you have a different vantage point. So when you are at the bottom of your mountain, the mountain is like this. It's so high up. And if you look behind you, you can only see just the surface level. But when you go up, when you climb a little bit, now the mountain looks shorter because you've gone up some. And things are a little clearer. And now when you look out, you can see further. You can see more. So your vantage point has changed. So now your perspective has changed. And that changes your opinion. And so what I've learned is never to criticize or to judge or even have a suggestion for someone that you don't know and someone that you've never been in their shoes. Because I looked at rappers and said, hey, show me $500,000 in real estate before you show me $500,000 in jewelry. But I've never been in his shoes. So in his shoes, $500,000 in jewelry may get him the clout and the traction to make him $5 million, and then he can buy $1 million in real estate. But see, I'm just judging because I don't have his money and I'm jealous. So I want to tell him what to do with his money because I don't have his money. But if I had his money, I probably would do the same thing. So I can look at a rapper and I could judge him for rapping about killing his ops. But I've never really had ops in a real way. Like, I don't know what it's like to come up on O-Block. Like, where I grew up, it was not that dangerous. You know, yeah, stuff happened, but it wasn't you walking down the street and you scared to get shot. Or you scared to get robbed. You know, the closest thing to getting robbed, you know, growing up, my older guy asked me for my bomber jacket and offered me $200 for it, and it probably was counterfeit money. And I turned it down because I felt like this money probably ain't even real. Because, bro, this jacket cost $60 from Walmart. So why you offer me $200 for a $60 jacket? This don't make no sense. And I turned it down. It could have been real. Maybe he just wanted to bless me. I don't know. But I didn't accept the money because I've never been money hungry. But in another neighborhood, in certain parts of Chicago, from what I've heard, certain parts of LA, from what I've heard, me walking home with a new starter jacket, bomber jacket, whatever you call it, where you from, you know, the big thick jacket with the sports team on it. The older guy who was probably 5 to 7 years older than me probably could have just said, hey, what y'all say, run me that jacket, you know, or however y'all say it, and he could have snatched it off of me. So if I come out of a situation like that and I go to making music and I don't want to do fiction because I want to come from my heart, and so I'm talking about stuff that really happened to me, stuff I really live, I probably would do that. Because I do spoken word, and when I write spoken word, I'm literally talking about my situation. If somebody listens to it, they're like, oh man, is he talking about me right now? But, so that's no different than what the rapper is doing. So why am I judging the rapper? Without first trying to reach him, talk to him personally, support him, see where he's coming from, what he's feeling, and then seek to understand, then be understood. If I can seek to understand him, then maybe he can understand me. But see, in our world, we look left and we look right, and we just judge. You know, we judge. And we don't think about what that person is going through, what that person is dealing with, what's on that person's plate. And so I just wanted to make this video just to remind you, you know, it's something that I've learned, that I'm still learning, is stop judging. You know, stop judging, stop critiquing, stop giving unsolicited advice. And think about what you say, even if your advice is solicited. Really do your due diligence and process your thoughts before you speak. Because whatever you speak, them words cannot be taken back. And so this is something that we have to grow to realize and understand. And if we could be less judgmental, we actually could be more helpful, and we could bring about more change in the world if we could be less judgmental. And so this is something, you know, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, but it is doable. So I wanted to pop in and share that with you. Tony Gaskin, God bless you.